Hi, we're here with Cooking with the Blues, Daddy Jack. We're on the patreon.com / Cooking with the Blues. What we're gonna make tonight is a chicken fried ribeye with a tomatillo sauce. It's called Tampiqueño sauce. It means in the style of Tampico style. But this ribeye, these are usually not ribeyes I would buy to eat as ribeye because for me they're pretty thin cut. But we'll just clean up some of the fat. And we're going to actually fry this in its own fat. These are called gratins. And that's about all I like to do with. But see this piece of fat right here? No matter how long you cook this ribeye, that piece of fat will never render. So I just cut it out. And these gratins will be rendered when we come back to make fat to fry the chicken fried steak in with a few other things. But what we'll do here, there's a piece right there I need to knock off. We'll go ahead and beat this out. This area of my cabinet right here is a bit more sturdy. So take the meat hammer. That's good. I'll probably trim a little bit of this fat here up, but that's going to be the chicken fry. And once this is done in about 35 minutes, we're going to come back. We'll clean all this up right quick, and we'll come back and show you how it goes together. It goes together really simple. So, okay, it's been about 35-40 minutes. Our sauce is now done. In the meantime, what I did is I took some long grain rice. Cooked it in a similar way that you do risotto. I put a little bit of butter in, and then toast the rice until it smells like, like breakfast cereal, corn cereal. And I toast it. It really deepens up the flavor. And I also put into it some saison. Goya makes it. It has anise in it. It's what makes cheddar cheese yellow. Has a fennel flavor to it. You can see how nice the rice comes out. It's really fluffy, and it's just that simple 2-to-1 method: 2 parts water, 1 part rice. I toast it, like I say, for 10-12 minutes till I can really smell it, and then I add a little bit of water, evaporate it. Add a little bit of water, evaporate it. Same way you would with boreal rice if you were going to make risotto. All right, and now the last part, I believe, besides the eating. We cooked off the gratins. My boy is in there eating those right now. That's really the only part of the steak he really loves. So we'll just, our tenderized and flattened out ribeye here, season it up, a little bit of this, and then rather than on the meat, I like to put Jack's blackened seasoning in the oil. This oil has some bacon fat in it. It has some rendered beef fat in it. And it has some of the salad oil, pure olive oil mix, not extra virgin olive oil, that'll burn. And you don't have to, season both sides if you want to. I don't think it's that necessary. But in any case, I'll get this all breaded up. Shake it off, get it into the egg. Both sides, real nice. Make sure you get everything back into the bread. And I can hear my pan popping over there, so that means it's ready. So now what I'll do is, the way you know when your oil is exactly ready for you to put your meat in, and we're cooking this on high heat. We'll put a pat of butter in it, and when you hear that stop fizzing in just a second, that oil will be ready for the meat. Look at the color of that oil, because it's toasting Jack's blackening spice. And even though I don't like to cook with a lot of oil, I don't like a lot of grease in anything. See, it just went quiet. It'll probably go a little bit more. It's ready. With a chicken fried steak or a schnitzel or a milanese or those thin scallopini type cuts of meat, you need a lot of oil. in them. Of course, you saw that, you lay it away from you because you don't want it to get up here and ruin your Daddy Jack's shirt. You know, some people dredge it 3 times, some people dredge it 4 times. I like my chicken fried steak to have less breading. It's more all about the meat, and I don't like deep fried chicken fried steaks either. I don't like battered chicken fried steaks where they actually take flour and egg and milk and things like that and make a batter the way you might for like a piece of cod. I don't like that. I'm in Texas. This is the way we do it. The best chicken fried steaks, in my opinion, come from Mary's and Strong, the Rocket Cafe in Rocket, Texas. Right down the road from us here in Edgewood, Texas. There's a place there called the Lumberyard, make really good chicken fried steaks. And the best chicken fried steaks are cooked on a flat top. People put clarified butter on it, and I understand about the smoke point, why you would do this. You cook it really hot without burning the butter fat. But when you clarify butter, all you do is you take all the flavor out of the butter. So why not just use a good oil and then throw the butter in there for taste? Oil is for frying, butter is for taste. And you can see here with the chicken fry, the blood is starting to come. This is not a non-stick skillet. So the way that you make a regular skillet, a non-stick skillet, is you put it on high, and there's 2 things that make your skillet not stick: high temperature and movement. So you don't want to flip this thing back and forth because the breading will fall off, flour fall off. So if you already got the temperature, so you just move it just like that. So you can turn it all the way around if you want to. See that? And all you're doing is you're maximizing the surface level, or the surface on your chicken fried steak. You're cooking every little piece of it up in those crooks and nannies or whatever they call that. And just keep it moving, but you don't pick it up until it's ready. And you'll see when it's ready, if you want to come in here close. The lighting's not good in here, I understand. But you see this area right here? It's coming up on the meat. That's when it's ready to flip. Look at that. I told you things don't burn me. Let's see what the bottom side looks like now that it looks like it's set. Well, it looks perfect. What it does. Boy. So I'm going to make this my own in a little way, because the way Matt Martinez at Matt's Rancho Martinez did his is he put sour cream on his. And since I had this enchilada sauce I made up earlier that is sour cream enchilada sauce, I'm just going to, which this would actually be a really good gravy for your biscuits in the morning. I'm going to put that on there. Then I'm going to put some of our Tampiqueño sauce that we made earlier, our tomatillos, and with that much. And you know, I know all about queso asadero and the other cheeses that you might, a lot of people put on these. That's fine, I like those too. But in this case, it's going to be white American cheese. It's the best, you know. So that's what I'm using. You can use queso quesadilla, queso asadero, you know, a number of different cheeses. But as far as the melting, the soy lysine, I think it's what it's called. It's an emulsifier. It makes this cheese melt perfectly. And so I'm going to put it in the movement and heat, and I'm going to put it in the oven to finish it off. And we're going to be back here in about 120 seconds, and it's going to be ready to go. All right, and the final episode here, I guess you'd say, we're going to pull the chicken fry out. And it looks just about exactly like what I thought it was going to do. At this point, we have to switch over to a spatula. Don't forget about that cheese on the side. That's the good stuff. A chicken fry as big as the plate. Chicken fried steak as big as the plate. Put that in there. And then we'll get a spoon of our Saison rice. Get it in there. Chicken fried steak as big as the plate. And garnish with just a little bit of cilantro. There it is. And This is a tribute to Matt Martinez at Matt's Rancho Martinez in Dallas, as well as Austin and a few other locations around. Rest in peace. Made some great food, taught me how to cook a lot, develop my own taste. For instance, he put pecans in his chili rellenos and raisins. Never seen anything like it. Jack, everybody check out patreon.com / Cooking with the Blues. He has paraphernalia and things like that on there to buy at cookingwiththebluesnewlondon.com. Thank y'all.